Two gigantic corporations. Two very impressive pieces of hardware. PS4 and Xbox One are probably the most evenly matched systems in history, both in terms of specs and sales as of now. After extensive hands-on time with each of these beauties, it is time to weigh in with our thoughts in a segment we'd like to call Console Wars: The Next Generation. The PlayStation 4 is a sexy piece of ass. It is sleek, light, and also not George Foreman grillish. Burgers. It's almost as if Salvador Dali painted a PS2. We received our PS4 on launch day and were pleasantly surprised at how quickly we were off and running, especially considering how people were all up in arms about day of launch network crashing. We had no such issue. Setup was a charm, and the PlayStation 4's user interface was ridiculously self-explanatory. It's like derp-proof. Derp. The new social features can certainly clog up your newsfeed, but the share aspect is a cool and welcome addition. The DualShock 4 is perhaps the greatest controller that I've ever held in my hands. It is definitely by far more ergonomic and substantial than the DualShock 3. And don't get me started on the bullshit 6-axis that PS3 tried saddling us with on its day of launch. Chinese dollar store toys are more substantial pieces of plastic, and at least those come with the added bonus of being drenched in lead paint. Boo-doo-boo! The DualShock 4's touchscreen feature is something I hope to be utilized to its full potential because it is surprisingly intuitive. The biggest improvements are the trigger buttons, which is pure concave awesomeness. The biggest bummer with the PS4 right now is its game selection. Knack is pretty worthless, and the new Killzone is meh. We have mostly been playing Assassin's Creed Black Flag, which really benefits on a next-gen system. The delay of Watch Dogs has kind of put a damper on things, but the future looks bright. Sony has numerous studios working on exclusives, and those waiting on a reason to pick up a PS4 need look no further than Infamous Second Son. Already confirmed as a PS4 bundle, the third game in the Infamous series looks to be the tits, and I can't wait for its 2014 release. Xbox One. The name itself makes you wonder if the folks at Microsoft need any remedial math help, but when you actually think about the true meaning behind Xbox One, it is actually quite bold and ambitious. See, Microsoft sees Xbox One as your end-all be-all, your one-stop destination for movie playback, streaming, gaming, social networking, etc. Aesthetically, it is a box, so we must applaud the truth in advertising there. Many folks have picked on the design, saying it looks like a VCR or Betamax. We feel that the console itself has a fairly modern, albeit bulky look. The interface is very reminiscent of Windows 8, which doesn't exactly thrill us, because Windows 8 gobbles up a bowl of foreskins. It is a little overwhelming in comparison to PlayStation 4's minimalist approach, and not much has changed about their controller. You know, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. But that fucking battery pack needs to go. I don't care if it's less intrusive this time. Replacing batteries at an alarming rate is never okay. The biggest improvement is the integration of the Kinect. Voice control is highly intuitive and just feels a fuck ton more fleshed out than the original Kinect. After a few years of trying to shove it down our throats, we have to applaud them for finally making Kinect more palatable. Though I will say that purchasing the system sans Kinect should have still been an available option, because you're not going to convert anybody. And, okay, I still think the Kinect is a little creepy, you know? Kind of asked me what I was up to yesterday and that I needed more fiber in my diet. But anyway, I still give it a thumbs up.
Whoa, bro, so where you going?
To the bathroom? Launch title-wise, Xbox One is the clear winner with incredibly fun exclusives like Killer Instinct and Dead Rising 3. Xbox One is about to deliver a game-changer to the world in terms of exclusive titles. Titanfall will be for Xbox One what Halo was for the original Xbox. As we are all aware, early adopters have been experiencing technical difficulties, all ranging from the benign to the flat-out breaking doom. On the PS4 side, a HDMI port defect has literally been circumcising people's cables, thus resulting in zero output. So, this should be a lesson to all of you that you should always look where you stick it. The total non-issue that really splits my sides is the supposed wobble. Wobble baby, wobble baby, wobble baby, wobble. By pressing down on the corner of the system, it becomes apparent that there is some negative space between the corner and the surface in which the console rests on. That has got to be the dumbest complaint ever. Seriously, who even discovered this? Who was the fucktard who sat there in front of their system just poking it? Beep. The amount of negative space is so minuscule and is due to the curvature of its design, and the fact that the feet are placed closer to the middle of the system. So if this bothers you, please be so kind to cease existing on the same plane of reality as the rest of us. On to a more serious note is the blue light or pulse of death. Hold up, okay. Let me just stop right here. Can we geeks come up with a snazzier nomenclature system for tech failure? Blank of death. I don't know, it's just getting a wee bit fucking hack. In any case, the blue light of death occurs when the PS4 cannot send the signal that is running to your TV. No definite cause has truly been identified, but more often than not, the defective HDMI ports are related. Now, if people thought Microsoft would launch without issues of their own, they were sadly mistaken. There is one particular issue that we like to call the VOM drive because, well, when you insert your brand new Xbox One disc, you hear this terrifying grinding noise, followed by the regurgitation of your disc. Ugh. Another wrench in the gears is an E100 error message, which pretty much tells you that your Xbox is bricked to shit following an update error. Don't you just love those messages? They're so cute and thoughtful. It should be stated that these defects and errors are only affecting a small number of early adopters. You know, you're gonna have hiccups when it comes to new launches. That's what warranties are for. If you're gonna be a guinea pig for the next generation, do so at your own risk. But quit your belly aching. Yeah, it's an investment, but a protected one. So what say you on the latest console wars, and where does your loyalty lie? How do you think each system matches up against each other? Have the Nintendo Sega glory days of console warfare passed us by for good? What issues, if any, have you had with your new systems? Comment below and let the civil discussion begin. As always, give us a like, a share, a subscription to the old YouTube channel, and be sure to check out aggressivecomics.com for your everyday geek news and con culture. And until next time, stay geeky, my friends. Bullshit. It's like as if a bowl took a shit. Bullshit. Okay, never. Never. Okay. Okay, never. Okay, never. Okay, never, never. Okay, no. Ever, ever.